Okay, I think we're about ready to kick things off. We're a little early today even. I've managed to get everything set up early. This is good news. I've no idea where Beast is, so we may have Beast gate crashing things at some point. Hello everybody over in the chat. There's a few people waiting. If you are here, please do share this live stream. Get a few more people in to discuss, to add some spice and some seasoning into the chat. That'll be amazing. This is the 46th live stream, I do believe, for EDDBUD running shoe reviews. I'm thinking of adding gear into that one, but I think everybody kind of gets it. Everyone understands where I'm coming from. Good to have you guys here. Let's have a quick shout out to some of the people in early. Cheeks to 777, always here, always watching the videos. Cheekster, I really do appreciate your support, certainly through this period as well, this sort of period of recovery and eating cookies and yeah, doing no running, which is kind of sucks really. But we'll be back. We'll be back stronger than before. You know it. You know we will. Let's see who else we've got. We've got Joe Mullin. Joe, I hope you're doing okay on the road to recovery. Happy Halloween to you as well. Mark Herbert's here. Looks like he's been considering buying the Liberate Nitro. I would certainly consider it. I'm not sure about this Cool Adapt business. I think, as Cheekster says, it's just some sort of application or something that they put onto the shoe. Not entirely sure how it works. It's a very breathable shoe as it is, so I think you'll be all right. Run Tommy is in the house as well. Thank you for joining us. Chris McLean is here. Ray Sollers, the Happy Jogger, is in the house. First live stream for him. Robin is here too. Things are going well, Robin. Thank you. Hopefully be back to running, maybe even at the end of the week. We shall see. We shall see. I don't want to overcook I don't know. You know what I mean. I don't want to overcook things and possibly put myself back in a position where, you know, it's going to be even worse. So it's an important thing to take things slow. Daniel is here, and Daniel Montiel Melo is here. Hey, Mr. Ed, he says hello. The FOD Runner's in the house. Andy, hope you're doing fine, buddy. I hope you had a good break. I know you guys were away. I hope you had a nice time and have rested up a little bit. Not too much hill work. I did see you've been doing some hill work. Stephen C is in the house. Stephen, this time next year, will be millionaires. You know it. Chris has just got himself some Liberates from ASOS. Oh, I have in fact bought something from ASOS just a moment ago. I needed a new coat, just a bog standard coat. So of course I didn't buy a bog standard coat. I bought a really nice pretty green parka that because I just don't have a decent coat. I've got lots of running gear, lots of running shoes. I'm wearing a pair of jeans at the moment that have holes in, but yeah, I didn't have a coat. So at least we've got a proper coat now that I can look vaguely reasonable in when I go to work and things like that. Steve is in the house, and Stephen Grimley is in the house as well. Robin's here. Hopes the recovering's going well. Thank you, buddy. I can do it with this arm. I can't do that with that arm. That's not going to work right now. Calix is here. Good evening to you. Run Tommy is here. He says, why are you not dressed as Batman? It's enough just to get dressed once in a day, Run Tommy. It's hard enough right now. That running guy's here. Hi, Ed Never. He says hello. He's got the ghost there as well. I hope you're doing okay, buddy. Hope things are going well. Jacob Reese is here. He says mental health is so important. It certainly is, sir. Good to see you here, Jacob. A long-time viewer. It's been a tough time, I've got to be honest, the last few weeks. I've been up and down, really. I've been trying to keep myself busy with work and things like that. I think the thing that's upset me most, really, is not being able to do things with my son. Like, I can't really sort of pick him up or sort of help him up. He's at that stage at the moment where he's wanting to get up on his feet and explore, and of course that's quite a dangerous time. So fortunately my daughter was here with us last week and she's been fantastic. She's been helping me out, zipping up my coats and things like that, but she was brilliant. She was absolutely brilliant with him, and that certainly helped out Jacob this week, having her around. It boosted my spirits a lot this week. That's no pun intended, considering it's Halloween today. Nachi says happy Diwali in advance from Belfast. Awesome, thank you. Raymond is here. He says good evening. Good evening to you, Raymond. We also have Lucky 13 Gaming. Happy Halloween, running backwards downhill. Yeah, I did try a little bit of running earlier, and going up hills, no problem. Going down hills, very bad. Not quite there yet for going downhill. So if I go up hills, I'm going to have to go backwards down the hills. That'll be fine, I'm sure. But yeah, lots of impact going up through the body, not good right now. So we'll stick with the LeBron 17s and the Jordan 6s for the moment. Nice and heavy. I can't run in those. There's no chance of that. So Thomas Ferguson is in the house. Hi to you. Thanks for joining us today. Marnian is here. Says, hi Ed, all the best for you in your recovery. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Dave says, hey Ed, no zombies chase you on this Halloween. No zombies, fortunately. My wife, Miss Edbud, was dressed up as a witch all day, pretty much all day. I think she's washed it off now. But yeah, my son was dressed up as a bat, and I was just the grumpy guy wandering around, looking at other runners as they went past, thinking, oh, I want to be doing that. I want to do that right now. We got Elijah is here. Gentle cardio speeds up recovery. Yeah, I've been doing some very gentle stuff indoors at the moment. Thank you for the advice, though. I do appreciate that. Icano Funk says, greetings from Mexico City. Hello. Join us from Mexico. That is awesome. Chris says, yeah, that running guy, top part run vid. Yeah, do go and check out that running guy's channel, guys. Always some really great content there for you to check out. It'd be awesome to go back to do some part running soon. I really enjoyed that last one that I did out at Henstridge. I believe that course was underwater at the weekend. They had to flip to another course. I would have loved that, Arsenyi says, hi, I just wanted to say that we love you. Amazing. I love you too. It's kind of one of those, what's it called? Wayne's World moments where he goes, I love you, man. It's like that. George says, 25 kilometres with the Glide Ride 2. Proud of myself. Also, the shoe's getting better. Yeah, I think that shoe, and certainly the original Glide Ride, was one of those ones that got better and better. The more I pounded it down, the more I sort of nurtured the midsole. And it came out of its shell a bit more. And it was a more well-rounded kind of individual after that. Matt Strickland, thank you very much for the super chat there. It does help the channel out an awful lot. The channel will need some helping out because I have to be honest with you guys. I did pick up a shoe earlier that I was always sort of between picking it up and not picking it up. See if you can guess what it is. It's a relatively expensive shoe, but yeah, it's one that I finally picked up. It's probably the worst shoe I could possibly get right now, as I'm going to begin coming back to running again after my injury. So see if you can guess what it is in the channel, in the chat. Sorry if I'm moving forward and backwards, guys. I've kind of having to use one hand to scroll the chat, so to bear with me on that one. Oh, I see. Chris was dressed up as a werewolf. Awesome. Stephen says, how is Beast reacting to you being in the house more? Beast has been a bit of a problem recently, because Beast obviously can't really lie on me as Beast always does when I try and go to sleep, because that's just pure pain anyway, even if you haven't got a fractured shoulder. But yeah, sadly that she's gone across to Mrs. Edbud and she's been waking her up in the night, and yeah, I don't think the two of them are on best terms right now. So yeah, let's hope Beast kind of relaxes a little bit and stops doing that, because yeah, we all need some sleep, right? John Brown says, as a fellow broken armist, I'm glad you're thinking of running soon. Took me a while. Yeah, John, I went back to the place where it happened only today, in fact, and I kind of looked at where everything kind of occurred, and that helped me to kind of get through that. And I've just got to break through it, smash through it. There's nothing in my mind going to stop me doing that. I've got to get through it. I do keep having little flashbacks of it happening. I've got to be honest. I know some really terrible things might happen to people, but this really affected me. I know it did, and I've had a few nightmares about it, like hitting the floor and stuff like that. It could have been a lot worse, I guess, but yeah, I hope you're okay, John. Do try and break through that. It's tough. See if you can perhaps get out with some other runners. Maybe if there's some like a club or something you can get back in with. and that might help, having some other people around you to support you there. We've got another super chat there from Matthew Ledvina. Thanks very much, Matthew. I really appreciate that. That is amazingly generous of you. Thank you. It will go into paying for this shoe I bought just now, which I really didn't think I was going to get, and I probably shouldn't have, but there we go. I think it's one that people will enjoy seeing what I think about it. See if you can figure out what it is in the chat somewhere. Much appreciated. Let's see what else we've got going on here. Sheldon as well, with the super chat, with the beast icon. Sheldon, it's much appreciated. Thank you very much for your super chat. Been supporting the channel a long time, and I do really appreciate that. So I'm saying the Jordan 6 are bricks. Yeah, they certainly are. They are tough, I'll tell you what, the Jordan 6s. But they're good at the moment for me, because it means I'm just resting and relaxing, you know. The ones I find really nice underfoot are the Jordan 1s. I'm wearing the prototypes at the moment. I picked up a little while back with the orange laces, of course, you know, because I'm quite a subtle guy. You know, I like just, you know, the very dark coloured shoes. I don't like all the... Oh, yeah. And okay. Yeah, ignore me. What else we got going on? Paul Jennings says, hi Ed, get better soon. Starting 2 months of running this week during my cycling off-season. Awesome. I think that's probably really good for you, actually, isn't it? To kind of build up some different muscle usage and build some strength in different areas there. What else we got going on here? Rocky says, hey Ed, you'll be back to running stronger. Yeah, this is it. You know, maybe having a little break, kind of good, but it's a bit too long for me, Rocky. You know, I want to be out there. I keep seeing people running, and it's making me feel, you know, just want to even do like a mile, you know, just something would be good. Sarah's here. She says, hi Ed, sorry you're injured. Struggling with quadriceps tendonitis for 3 months. Blimey. Injured to run is really mentally tough. It really is, Sarah. Do you know, one of the things I really miss at the moment is being able to get out and run early in the morning before I go to work. That used to really engage my mind. I felt really switched on once I got into work. And that's something that's just, yeah, I find really tough. I've been trying to like walk into work, but at the moment it's where the weather's been very wet. I don't really want to sit around in my wet clothes all day. So I've been trying to grab, you know, lifts and things where I can. We got another super chat there from Rob Shooter. Thank you very much, Rob. It's really appreciated. It does help us out here at the channel. We're launching all sorts of things soon. There's a whole load of stuff going on. I will talk about that a little bit later on in the live stream, just to fill you in on everything that's happening, because there's masses of things happening right now. Sarah, just to get back to Sarah's comment there, I hope you do, that starts to improve, Sarah. I'm not sure what you can do there, really. I guess you've been doing lots of sort of pre-warm-up stuff, warm downs. Yeah, it's a difficult one. David Griffin has got a marathon coming up in 2 weeks. Got in the run in the Adizero Adios Pro. Awesome, what a great shoe. Still the shoe that gave me sort of best 10k and half marathon time still at the moment. So hopefully at some point I can get back to that sort of level. It might take a while. I'm gonna have to lose this coat, guys. I'm really warm in here today. Normally the shoe sanctuary is a bit on the cool side, but today for some reason it's baking hot in here. I managed to get the coat off. That's better. I'll need some refreshment. Let's have some light refreshment before we continue. Yeah, Stretch has just mentioned here about the Dorchester Park run. I did notice Dorchester's close to me. It's about 18 miles away. Probably get there in sort of 20-25 minutes, something like that. I did notice there's a new one there, Poundbury. So yeah, I might go and check that one out at some point. Maybe I'll even just go over and get some footage of some people running. and just enjoy the experience there, enjoy the event. That would be awesome. We got another super chat there from Arnese. Living in Russia, we don't celebrate Halloween, so happy to enjoy this cozy atmosphere. Awesome, thank you very much. Glad we got some viewers over in Russia. This is brilliant. We are truly the international channel. I think it's because I'm European, you know, rather than, I don't know, being from the United Kingdom. I'm truly European. Even when I was a very young man, I used to like watching Eurotrash. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Endorphin Engineering. I think I've said that right. He says, hi, Ed, first live stream. So another first was running them Endorphin Pros this afternoon. I think I'm responsible for the purchase. Yeah, I'll tell you what, as a local runner, I think he broke 3 hours, which was his target, at London, in the Endorphin Pros. He picked those up on my recommendation. So, yeah, Paul Card, I don't know if he's watching, but brilliant athlete round here. Paul's been trying to get under that 3 hours, and he's done it. Amazing stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Run Tommy says the Prime X. Is it the Prime X? Possibly. Alpha Fly 2. No, definitely not. Definitely not the Bondi X, Sarah. No. Matt saying the Endorphin Pro Plus. No, definitely not that one. No. And then Paul Jennings, another one in with the Prime X. Interesting. It's an interesting choice. Matthew says, did the NYC virtual marathon today. Oh, okay. Using Adidas Pro 2. Worked beautifully. Awesome. I can't wait to get back out in that shoe. You know, I could look at it and say that's the cursed shoe. You know, the one that I wore when I got injured. But yeah, that shoe's too beautiful. You know, it's not. It wasn't anything to do with that shoe. I was absolutely having the time of my life before I hit the floor. So yeah, we'll be back in that shoe. I'm glad that one's working out for you, Matthew. I really am. It's a fantastic shoe. It's a beautiful thing. Chris McLean says the Prime X or the Bondi X. Everyone's going for the X shoes. They'll never guess it. Maybe they will. Maybe someone already has. It's definitely not the Alpha Fly recycled midsole version. I'm not going to buy that shoe. I did see Kipchoge running around Paris earlier on in that shoe. Every time they cut to him, there were loads of people around him, obviously cycling, but then there were people running as well. And it was like, don't touch him, don't hit him, don't anybody knock him over. It's like that man needs to be wrapped in bubble wrap and just, you know, because he's something else, isn't he? He's just like he's the running spirit, sort of forged like in one man. He really is. What a guy. Love that guy. I really love that advert that Nike have done recently as well, where he's kind of sat talking to all these people on a switchboard. That is just tremendous stuff. Absolutely tremendous. I think we got another super chat there from Ray Sollers, the Happy Jogger. Thank you very much. It's really appreciated. Little token for all the shoe reviews I've enjoyed you doing. Thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. Some fantastic super chats here, helping the channel out a great deal. Rocky says he's recovering from yesterday's 100k mountain run. Oh my word, awesome experience. I feel hit by a bus today, I bet. Some serious recovery, Rocky. Make sure you have some of the foods you really like and the drinks and just relaxing. Maybe watching some Indiana Jones or some sort of real nice sort of wholesome action film that you can just sort of sit there and enjoy. But what a brilliant achievement there, 100k. Well done, that man. Fantastic. Rob Shooter scooped up some Liberate Nitros because of the deep discount. I don't get it. It's such a great shoe, and you can get it for like £45. And then there's some other shoes out there. I just look at them and think, what? You know, Puma have really smashed it this year. There's been some absolute bangers from Puma. Liberate Nitro, the Deviate Nitro Elite, some serious stuff. Some absolute bangers. And they're so cheap as well. Really good prices, you know. They're kind of like the Reebok of 2021. It will be the Reebok of 2022. Maybe it will continue to be Puma. They've always got deals on as well. It's like 30% off on their website at the moment. There's always a sale. Sheldon's registered for a half marathon next weekend, but alas, he's injured. Oh no. Yeah, you will return, Sheldon. Got to be positive, always positive. That running guy says, did I go to the park looking for the dog owner? No, but a really sweet dog came over to me. It's almost like he knew, you know. He just sort of sat there and he was sort of panting at me, going, and I just thought, oh, you know, don't you? You get it. You're like apologising. Although it wasn't the dog's fault, in fairness. You know, it's one of those things, buddy. It's one of those things. I've just got to put it back there and just keep going that way. Over there. But with my left hand, because I can get this one to about there right now. I'm not allowed to go any higher than 90 degrees. Not that it can do that. But yeah, arm swing would, yeah, it's not good. Very little arm swing at all. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Well, you know we will. Lots of support from you guys. That's why every time I come onto the comments, every time I just get inspired. It just galvanizes me even more. So it's good. Colm says, happy Halloween. Your positivity and excellent videos while injured are an inspiration. Thank you. I'm glad. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I've been trying to keep the videos as different and varied as I possibly can, coming up with new ideas. My daughter's been helping me with that. Mrs. EDDBUD's been helping me with that. Just coming up with new things to try and spice the videos up a bit. If anyone's got suggestions, please whack them in the comments. Email me, anything like that. If there's something you want me to cover, I'll do it. So I like to keep you guys in the loop with things that are going on. And if you've got something you want me to cover, let me know. It's just as much your channel as it is mine, guys, okay? Rob Weatherall says the Prime X. Oh, I'm going to put you out of your misery. It is the Prime X. I'm crazy. I'm a crazy man. But it's one of those things, those type of shoes that when I was a young guy, when I was about 8 or 9, I used to collect brochures for running shoes and basketball shoes, all that type of stuff. And it's one of those shoes that, to me, feels a little bit like one of those early Nike Air shoes. It's one of those kind of very inspirational kind of things. You know, is it going to stay within everybody's psyche? Is it going to be like part of history there? I've got a feeling it is. So yeah, they'll be here soon, and I can injure myself in a new way by wearing those. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll just run in a straight line with them. No turns. No turns. Yeah, somebody was saying, Elijah, that there is Vaporflies and sometimes even Alpha Flies at discount prices in some of the outlets, so do check those out. There was somewhere earlier that someone commented, I think it might have been on one of the latest videos, about the Alpha Flies have been discounted somewhere over here in the UK, so yeah, maybe. Sam says, hi Ed, hope you're recovering well. Do you follow the NBA? I do follow the NBA. I don't really have a favourite team as such. I kind of just like watching random games, really. I guess I watched some of LeBron's team, the Lakers, a little bit towards the end of last season. But there's loads of players that I really like Giannis and stuff. I love watching him. He's just an absolute monster at the moment. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. Sheldon got himself the Jordan 36s. Yeah, my daughter was looking at those. They were really nice. A mishmash, actually, of a few different Jordan models. I did manage to get the Jordan 3 Pine Green, so they're coming in, I think, tomorrow. Mrs. EDDBUD will be deployed to keep an eye on the door and make sure that they're not missed. But yeah, I want to customise them a little bit and get some green laces in there. And yeah, same with my Jordan 6 electric greens as well. Get some neon green laces in, spice things up a little bit. Have my own little flavour. That's what I like to do. JL says, get better, Ed. I've been down to my friend on a losing streak. Hope you're okay, JL. Stay up. Remember, there's always people to talk to. There's always someone to talk to. In the chat, there's so many wonderful people here that support this channel and are always in the comments. Literally, always people there. So if you need to talk to people, you know where you can talk to them. There's always someone there. Remember, you know, when you get out every day, you're worth it. Always. You're always worth it. Brian UK, we have something called Run Talk here in Brighton. It's a group of folk who just want to run and chat. Awesome. Yeah, Brian, that is exactly what I was talking about. I've really missed those kind of sessions where I used to go out and sometimes just run with the, sort of 9 minute mile people, just chatting and having a great time and just talking about running and races and, what they have for tea and that sort of thing. It's an important thing for us as humans to be doing those types of things. And sadly, over the last sort of 18, 19 months, situations like that have been few and far between. And sometimes people are a little bit scared of those type of situations. But, we've got to try to get out there, obviously being sensible with it. But talking really helps. Rob Shooter saying he's just recovered from a bout of COVID. Oh, buddy, I hope you're okay. That can be very, very tiring and very, for some people, very serious. So I hope you're okay. Frank says, could you get in a pool and do pool running? That's not a bad idea, Frank. There is a pool nearby. That could happen. And that would ease some of the weight and the pressure really on my shoulder there. The worst is trying to sleep, in fact. That is the worst when I actually lay down and do that. It really does. It hurts quite a lot because it's sort of sore and agitated, like an angry wasp. That's what it is. Yeah, Sarah says, we'll get there, we will. The early morning pre-work, it really helps to sort of focus my mind, and then anything that comes at me, students sort of got some issue or problem or something happens, and I could just deal with it really quickly. But I found myself sort of feeling more fuzzy and kind of just not really there. So hopefully I can get back to that sort of stage. That'll be good. Chris McLean says he's been stuck in COVID isolation. I'm glad that my videos have been keeping you sane. When you're unable to get out, Chris, that's not good. That's the issue right now, I guess. There's lots of people I know recently that have got like kids and stuff like that, and they've had to isolate, and they've been flying themselves, they've even been testing themselves, and they're okay. And yeah, it's those sort of situations that are quite difficult to deal with. I think if I ever got into that, it would have to be running up the stairs or running around the pool table downstairs. It's a good sort of 6 foot, or is it 7 foot table? So yeah, I can get some miles in down there, no problem at all. That's the last resort stuff. Broken Freddy says that you can see I'm into drab shoes. Yeah, the Eckerden Alpha Flies. They're a beautiful shoe. I remember doing that sort of marathon time trial on those last year, and I think I did the year before that. I ran the Blackmore Vale half in that shoe. And so, yeah, a beautiful thing. I remember a guy going, "You're going to wear those for this?" And it's like, yeah, they'll be fine. They'll just get mucky. That's what shoes are designed for, Yeah, I'm on the Guinness for the iron properties of this. Very, very good for you. That's good stuff, it is. Stephen C., my main man, went for 12 miles in the Infinity React. Plenty of puddles. I think the shoes seem to soak up the majority of them. Yeah, I think the back section of that one's got quite a bit of padding there, and I do recall it getting quite heavy. One of the heaviest ones I can remember was the Beacon 3. That literally just seemed to absorb everything. It was a bit like the silica gel of running shoes. You just put it somewhere and it just sort of soaks up all of the moisture in the surrounding area. Roger Tellis says he figured out that there's a park run quite near to him. He says it's an hour. Yeah, so there's a few near to me, Roger. I'm quite lucky, really. There's one over probably about 20-25 minutes away in pretty much 3 or 4 directions. So I'm quite lucky, really. Sadly, nothing in my town right now. They've kind of closed them all down. It's a bit like a ghost town. The specials will start playing soon outside. Ted Reese said the injuries are a drag. They certainly are. 3 months no running with ankle injuries. So if I think I'm having a rush here, what a Sage Candidates had through no. Yeah, I did. What, his apartment? Oh my god, I didn't hear about that. I did see Sage put a video out the other day. I didn't realise about his apartment now. It's terrible. I hope the guy's alright. Hope everything was okay. I've been watching Sage's videos for many years, so I didn't know about that. David Alfonso says he needs some advice. It's going to run a 10k in 4 weeks. Which shoes will you pick up for the race? Skechers Elite Mass Speed Sky for a 10k. Rebel 2. Absolutely Rebel 2 from those. The Razor Elite, I think I'd probably want to do a 5k in those. I'm not sure that the EDDBUD leg, certainly at the moment, would not want to do a 10 in those. So for me, it'd be the Rebel 2. The Mach 4, I'm not really massively blown away by that. And the Metaspeed Sky is a shoe I haven't tested, so can't comment on that one. Glowifty, I think I've said that right. Sorry if I've pronounced it wrong. I've nearly recovered from a lower abdominal strain. The joys of approaching 60. Oh, it's good you're getting there though, and recovering from that one. Certainly is. There's stuff coming in all over the place on my watch now. Robin says, I see the NYC Adios Pro 2. Pink and yellow. Yeah, they remind me of some sweets over here that you can get. These like fruit salad, sort of chewy sweets that you can buy. It looked like a big one of those. So certainly interesting. Mark Bree said the craft shoe or the 360. No, I am chatting with 360 at the moment to test some stuff out from those guys. And also X-Step as well, or X-Step, I don't know how you pronounce it. But they're going to send me some bits and pieces to test out. So I'm really keen to try out some of those Chinese shoes. Obviously, a lot of shoes are manufactured in China or Vietnam anyway. But yeah, it'd be awesome to try those out. Body by Duff has got an awesome question, which I've been asking myself as well recently. Which shoe will you make your return in? Which shoe do you visualise lacing up when you can lace once more? That's a really good question, and a thing that's been on my mind like for the last week or so. Certainly the last couple of days a lot, you know. I think I'm probably going to go for the RC Elite V2. And the reason for that is that it's really cushioned. It's got a nice wide base. And I can't remember the name of the commenter earlier, but they mentioned I should try to use a nice wide shoe, lots of fast cadence to kick things back off, so there's not too much impact on the shoulder. And that was coming from somebody I think had injured their shoulder in the past. So that's probably the one I'll go for. Yeah, I'm not going to go out running first off in the Prime X. That's probably the worst thing I can possibly do. So it's not going to happen. Aaron Shadow says, remember to hit that like button. Yeah, do hit that like button. Help the channel out, guys. Dankeschön. It's very important. It helps us get to the toppermost, the poppermost, like John Lennon used to say. Orange Goblin. Beast. How's it going, Beast? Please don't knock those boxes over. That's all right. We're safe. We're okay. I don't want a shoe avalanche on our hands. That would not be good, because I've only got one hand to pick them up with. Orange Goblin says, mystery shoe purchase. I was thinking about the Rebellion. Yeah, and the logo on the side does look exactly like that. Like the eyes of the snake in Jungle Book. It's got that weird red-blue thing going on. Makes it look a little bit fuzzy in 3D. That is exactly it. You've got it nailed on there. I did think about that one, but there's a few drawbacks to that shoe. I think that it kind of put me off. Maybe down the line I'll see if I can pick one up. It'd be nice to test, but I don't think it's a perfect one for me right now. Darren Bray says Puma seems to have supply issues. I know some of Puma's shoes are manufactured in the same factories as Nike's ones. That Vietnam area where they've got like 90,000 people that aren't in the factories. They're down and short 90,000, which is a huge number when you think about it. So it's no real surprise, I suppose, that shoes just aren't making it to places. For example, that video that I've done on the unboxing of the where are they? Here they are. Of the Rival 3. The Rival Fly 3 today. This shoe, apparently, it's not even in America yet. So, it's really bizarre. It's not even on the Nike website here in the UK, which I don't quite understand. So, who knows what's going on with that? I really, really don't understand how it can get in one place but not be on their own website. How does that work? Rob Shoot had a 70% discount. So you can't lose with that sort of discount, can you? Yeah, the arm's still hurting a little bit, Cheekster. It's not so much my arm now, but it's more... I've just not got the mobility in it. I can feel it's still not... it's not 100%. I've lost a lot of my muscle up here. Not that I have a lot of muscles anyway. I'm like a stick man. But yeah, up in my right arm here, it's still a bit sore there. I'm just going to let it hang there for a minute because yeah, it still aches a bit. Run Tommy says the shoe must be 60mm in your size. Yeah, I am really interested to see just how high it is. Yeah, I'll wait until I'm really back on form before I go out in that one. Stephen Grimley says the Prime X is black magic like a mermaid's voice. Yeah, like the sirens, calling you in. It's a little bit like that with that shoe. But I think it's one that I want to test purely as someone that tests running shoes out. It's something I want to see. Is this where it's going to go? We've already had Adidas have a runner win a marathon in it. I know he's 3 seconds ahead of the other guy. So is that anything? Would he have been way behind him if he'd worn something else? We'll never know, will we? Chris says, when are Puma releasing the red SP Deviate? Maybe they'll knock out a few more pairs this time around. Yeah. I don't know whether it's something that they can only make that shoe in a certain place or something, but it's so rare. I mean, it's even worse than last year with the Adizero Adios Pro, where it just seemed like there were, a couple of 100 pairs or something. It's very few. Angel Snow says, good to see you here, Ed. First time on your live stream. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. It's appreciated. Running with the Endorphin Pro Plus. Felt like I'm running like I'm in high school. More power to the channel. Fast recovery. Awesome. Thanks for joining in today. The Pro Plus, that's a bit of a weird one as well, isn't it? Because a lot of people went out and quickly got the shoe and they're sitting in a few places. I know there were quite a few sizes left. I think it was on sports shoes over here in the UK. So it's a bit of a strange one. I was surprised they didn't leave it a little longer after the Pro 2 launch to give people a chance to, grab those and then maybe grab the Pro Plus as well further down the line. Rob says Pro Direct have Alf Flies for 20% off. Gus Constantine says, 5k or 10k racer, where do you stand the Adizero Pro? I felt that shoe got better and better the more miles you kind of went in it, the distance really. So it wouldn't be my choice for a 5 or 10k, but for stuff above that, absolutely. Gary M saying, hi Ed, loving the chat. As an idea, could you review other running equipment? Yeah, sure. I have been reviewing a few bits and pieces of clothing that have been coming in. But there is a load of stuff coming in from Soar soon as well. Some of their winter stuff, which is going to be needed because it's just, yeah, it's getting colder. It's getting a bit more chilly out there. Run Frankfurt says he's loving the neon yellow cap. It's literally just a Nike Tailwind one I picked up off of the website the other day. And yeah, it's seriously bright. Whether it will be so bright once I've went out a few times and it's got a bit mucky, we shall see. It might go a sort of more mustardy colour after a while, I suppose. Stephen Grimley saying the Angry Wasp. Yeah, it is. No, it's like that. AM is in the house. Greetings from California. It's good to see you. Good to see you too. Thank you for joining us here. Richard Johnson's in the house. Says you're a real inspiration. Your handling of the injury is commendable. Well, I'm trying my best, Richard. It's it's not been easy, in fairness. And I have been eating a lot of cookies today. I've eaten a lot of blueberry muffin cookies. Yeah, particularly. Lucky 13 Gaming says, will I test out a Flyease model? Yes. I think I will pick one up at some point. Otherwise, I'm going to experiment with some other lacing options that are out there that I can add into some other shoes that I've got to sort of test out and get some more miles into. So, Beast, please don't leap on that. Thank you. Beast has gone back. It's fine. That's going to cause a lot of problems there. Rob Siddiq says, I really love what you're doing. You're my star. Well, thank you very much, Rob. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Crash Davis says, hi, Ed, just tuning in whilst having breakfast. Monday morning here in Melbourne. Oh, I've got a little while till it's Monday morning yet. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about Monday morning just yet. But I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a good day over there in Melbourne. Hopefully it's a little bit less windy than it is here in Yeovil, Somerset at the moment. It's blowing and it's just a bit dour out there. Sort of slate grey skies earlier. And not an awful lot of sunshine. Christoph 1988 says, Dankeschön, Ed. Dankeschön. Thanks for tuning in. It's always appreciated, guys. If you're in the chat, please hit the like. It really does help us out here at EDDBUD Running Shoe Reviews. And hit us up with a super chat to help us out even more. Keep those shoes rolling in. And also the very bright hats as well. You can always pick up some merchandise as well. The featured one on the live stream today is, of course, the Earth Credits mug. Someone said to me that Earth Credits was a stupid idea the other day. But the thing is with Earth Credits, they can be anything. You can have US Earth Credits. Or you can have Australian Earth Credits. You just change it. Euro Earth Credits. It's just easy translation, easy conversion. What else we got going on? Ted and Reese says, there's Angus. I heard about that. I'll tell you what, Agnes, when we saw about that, Miss EDDBUD and I, we watched the Adidas event a few weeks back. And we were talking about her name because there were some wonderful names, some quite more old-fashioned names there mentioned, some of the runners that were taking part. I instantly remembered that lady, and yeah, it's just really terrible, really shocking thing to occur. Really sad. What an athlete as well. It really is sad. Chris says, sorry for being late to the party, Ed. AB bagged himself a pit. There you go. Liberate Nitros in red for 34 Earth Credits. I mean, you can't even get 2 pizzas and some ice cream for that these days. 34 Earth Credits is just mad. How? How does it work? I know that, like, for Nike, for example, like $100 pair of running shoes, they make like $5-6 on it. So you can imagine if you've got a pair of Liberate Nitros, what are they, 75, 80 or something? If you're getting them for that, there's not an awful lot they're making. Is it so they can get in there, into the market, grab some market share? Is that what it is? Robin says, will I do an unboxing of the Prime X? Absolutely, Robin. I will give an unboxing and a smell test as well. I'll throw in the smell test too. Christoph says, bitteschön, bitteschön. Richard Johnson, Mrs. Miggins. It's Mrs. Muggins, which I kind of made up from Mr. Muggins, who's in some of the Carry On films. Would like to know if you've been eating more chocolate cookies. Martin says, wish you to be well soon again. All the best from Germany. Awesome. Thank you, Martin. That's much appreciated. Jeremy Scott says, I'm late to the stream. Hope you're starting to feel better and staying optimistic. I'm always optimistic. I've got to be. Because if you're not optimistic, then there's nowhere to go. You've got to be. You've got to keep on moving forward. There's always things to be excited about and things to be interested in. Even in the darkest times, you've got to remember that life is about those things. It's about the dark times, about the light. It's the stuff in between. You've got to keep on moving towards that stuff that you enjoy. You've got to do it. You've got to do the stuff that you love. You have to do it. Nothing should stop you. And there's so many people out there trying to pull you down or just be negative about what you're doing. Sometimes it's just lethargy, isn't it? You're just exhausted from everything that's happening perhaps in a day. But do the stuff you love, because that's what life is, isn't it? You have to enjoy it. Every single minute, every second that you can, and try and do something positive with it, and inspire. Have to do it. Mark says, Rob, where did you pick up the Liberate Nitros? I'm sure he's probably let you know already. There you go. I think he has. They're probably over there buying some more now. Buying some extra pairs. I watched an amazing video earlier on. I think, who is it? It's Jay... Was it Jay the Sneak? Can't remember what channel it was. This guy went around this whole area buying up these basketball shoes. He must have this insane amount of money. I just thought, wow, I'd love to do that one day. Just go and buy like 5 or 6 pairs. I don't know whether he was reselling them or something like that, but you know me, I'm just interested in wearing them and trying them out. I find it very hard to part with them as well afterwards. Although if I had to do that this week, there will be some going up on eBay or somewhere very soon. There's some stuff I've got to get rid of, but that's been hanging around for ages. So I'm not going to get back to again. That have very few miles on. So yeah, if anyone's interested in some sort of like size 11 UK or 11.5 shoes with the max will be like 100 miles on some of them, let me know, because I'm sure we can come to some type of agreement. Chris says it's ASOS. Okay, you've got to get in there by 9 though, guys, okay? £34 is just madness. I still can't believe it. Rob says, could I do a look back series going back to some of my early videos? I guess I could do, or like a commentary or something. I'm not sure I want to go back to some of the really early ones, because I think I was kind of so reserved. Now I'm just me. You get me, 100%. Maybe even more than that. Andy F says, ahoy, not been here before. Glad to have you here, Andy. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. We're having a great time. We're having a little Guinness. This aftershave, Star Wars toys, everything going on here. I've even got a lightsaber somewhere. There it is. What else do we have going on here? Andy F's wishing me a speedy recovery. Thank you, Andy. Richard Johnson says, if I had a hypothetical £50 burning a hole in the pocket, what would I get? The Liberate Nitro for 34, and then I get myself a pizza with the remaining money, or a nice pair of socks, really good pair, and you got everything there. You could go and race a 5 or 10k in those shoes. They are bangers. Peter Clark says, have you seen the Chicago version of the Endorphin Speed 2? I haven't. No, I'm really happy with my X-Wing pair. The X-Wing, I mean, they're just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing right there. Just wish I could get out in them again. It's really upsetting me. Earth credits rocks. Absolutely. Earth credits are something we all need more of. We need lots of them flowing out of our pockets. That's what we need. Earth credits, pizza credits, Guinness credits, all the same to me. It's all the same to me. Sound a bit like a running version of Lemmy from Motorhead there. Blixton says, what was the weight in grams for the Rival 3? 285 grams in my UK 11, US 12. Why do I know that? There you go. That's the sort of man I am. Blixton, they're a nice shoe. I think you'll like them, because I know you like the structure. And this is again quite a low profile number. It's one of those shoes where there's not so much assistance. It's just like a little bit of padding, protection, and a just really nice, comfortable upper. I like that, Stephen C. Very good, very good. Manu says, Ed, I'm a mental health ambassador at work. Awesome. Running, walking, talking with others, so valuable. This channel, in other words. War on Drugs, new album. Yes, Manu. Really enjoying that one. Now I've listened to it a few more times. I really liked the tracks they released early on. But yeah, the more I get into it, the better and better it is. It's a little more subtle, this one. There's not quite so much going on in the tracks. You can focus in a little bit more on the words. Some really interesting kind of pictures that Adam Grand Lucille paints in the song. So really, really enjoying that one right now. I think I'll wander into town tomorrow and pick up a vinyl copy of that. So I've just been listening to it on the bigger Sennheiser headphones downstairs. So yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying that one, sir. Peter White says, great start to the week when you fire up YouTube on a Monday morning here in Oz and find Ed is live streaming. Excellent. I'll tell you what, guys, it really does make me so pleased that people are watching over there in Australia and Russia, all sorts of places in Germany, all over the world. It's a really heartening thing, you know. I really do appreciate that. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the content. Like I said a bit earlier, I'm trying to mix it up as much as I can. If there are things you want me to cover, fire me an email or a comment or something. You can always find the email address in the description of all of the videos. And while you're at it, you can go and follow me on Instagram as well. I post some strange pictures of, you know, like my son dressed as a bat, you know, in the on the swings, or shoes, or random stuff. So go and follow me on there, and on Strava as well. I'm not really doing an awful lot on Strava right now because, you know, walking, I don't put all of the walks up on there, just occasionally, you know, put something up so people know I'm still out there, I'm still recuperating. I don't want to put all of my walks on there, get a bit boring, I think, but yeah, do come and follow me on Strava as well. The Puma Electrifying Nitro, not one that I've tried out as of yet, but yeah, I wouldn't mind trying them at some point. I haven't seen the new June yet, Blixton. I'm going to try and check that out perhaps this week. If there's a quiet evening, I can disappear off to the cinema. Perhaps, you know, if Miss EDDBUD's gone to bed early, I'll go down and watch it. Our cinema's like, I don't know, about 3/4 of a mile walk down the road, so I can get there really quickly. Get myself some nachos and a big cup of like cherry Max or something like that. That'll be good, and just sit and absorb that one because yeah, June was a big thing when I was a young chap. Oh, awesome! I'll go and check it out, Blixton, on your recommendation this week. Rob Sheeder says Puma personal sales, variety of different shoes. Oh, okay, so glad you managed to get the Nitros there. Andy F says, okay, Mutant Super Shoe. Taking your favourite bits from all shoes. What would be the upper midsole now, outsole be? Andy, I've done something a little similar to that, which will be up in maybe a couple of days, where I've created a super shoe, I guess, for a famous YouTuber. So that will be up in a couple of days. I thought it was quite fun to do that. It's a YouTuber that I've friends with, I've known for a long time. So trying to get all the right bits together for them that would make the best shoe possible. So just a bit of fun, really, something different. Don't think anyone's done that before. No one's crazy enough to have thought of it, but you've got it there, Andy. It was kind of the same sort of idea. So it's like a mind meld through the internet, through the ones and zeros. We've got the same thing going on. Henrique says, a judge ruled that EDDBUD has to keep only 3 running shoes for the rest of his life. Which ones would he pick? Oh, my word, 3 that I could use. I would have to be... come on, Ed. Right, Endorphin Pro 2. I'll keep that one because that covers a lot of bases for me. I just really like the cushion. I could use it for a bit of racing as well if I wanted to. Adios, the Adios 6. Yeah, we'll keep that one. A nice daily sort of shoe. Again, could use it for some racing at lower distance if I wanted to. And let's have something really sort of cushioned but sort of more daily thing. Maybe the Vomero 16 perhaps. That'll be quite a good one, I think, to give me that extra sort of distance sort of ability. So yeah, those 3. I'll go with that. There you go. I did it. I'm really proud of myself. I managed to get it down to just 3. How long we got left, guys? We got a few minutes left. Let's try and answer a few more of the questions that are rolling in. A few of the guys are trying to pick up the Nitros for cheap over at ASOS at the moment. That's why I got that Parker. They've got the... I can't remember what it's called now. It's a pretty green, sort of like a green Parker. And they've reduced that by about 30-40%, something like that. So, yeah, I've wanted a new Parker ever since last one. I think an ex-girlfriend sort of threw it out or something. Yeah, I was really upset about that. It was a really nice one. Yeah, I miss that Parker. It was pretty worn out, but it was a beautiful thing. You know, it was kind of like a pair of jeans that you've had for a long time. Feels really good. I'm saying, go Eagles here, finally won. P.S. You're smooth as hell, you should make a podcast. Well, that brings me round to a couple of things there. So I will be launching a Patreon very soon, guys, to help move the channel forward in a certain direction. I want to expand out a little bit into some podcast stuff. As you well know, I have a background in sound engineering and all that type of thing, radio, all that type of stuff. So we'll be doing a running shoe based podcast that will be part of the Patreon as well, so get you some early access to that one as I launch them. So I'll give some more details on that perhaps in one of the videos over the next couple of days, just to fill you all in. I don't think I'm going to have tiers and things like that. I'm going to keep it nice and low in terms of price. I'm aware that people are still under a lot of pressure at the moment due to the global issues right now. So I want to have a new thing that I can add to, but a different sort of thing that perhaps people can download and then listen, perhaps even when they're out running, or perhaps when they're at their desk or something like that. So more details on that very soon to fill you in, guys, okay? Gus says, is the Saucony Triumph 19 okay for easy and long runs? Yes, I would suggest it's perfect for that, really. Long run shoe. It's a sort of more max cushion shoe, really. That could work very well for you. Thanks for tuning in and checking the videos out, Gus. It's much appreciated. Joseph says, trying to bust a 2:40 marathon. Fantastic. After being a 2:36 marathon. I hope that Achilles problem dies down for you there. Certainly, yeah, actively resting's helping the shoulder at the moment. Just trying to keep as busy as I can, doing some of that dynamic stretching. That seems to be keeping my back and my legs nice and nimble, and doing lots of walking as well at the moment. Chris McLean says ASOS still got most sizes in both the green Cool Adapt and the red Liberate. So get in there, guys. You've only got a few minutes left, though. I think it's like 4 minutes before that one's gone. Ewan says, what camera do you use for action shots? I've just invested in the new GoPro, the 10, that's coming soon. So I was just using a GoPro 7, which sadly doesn't have a lot of stabilization when you're using it in 1080 at the higher frame rate. So when the new one's here, I'll be able to get some footage when I'm running again. Body by Duff says, yeah, good movie, you should get a sling with a cup nacho holder. Yeah, I like that. Fortunately, the cinema's pretty good. The seats are good. They've got some holders and stuff like that, so I should be all right there. I won't spill all the nachos and the sour cream all over myself and look like some sort of fool. Darren Bray says, what shoe is like the Endorphin but more cushioned and still have a plate? With a plate, I guess you could look at the Rocket X maybe. I quite like that. I find it a little bit more forgiving actually than the Speed perhaps, or the Endorphin Pro. So yeah, try and check out the Rocket X if you can. Ethan says, what are my favourite running earbuds? My favourite running earbuds right now, or just in general really, are the Earfun Pro 2. They're fantastic, very cheap, quite a hyped sound in terms of the bottom end and the top end. I wouldn't say they're scooped, but they're certainly a little hyped, nice and loud, nice and exciting. It's kind of what you want when you're out running. Somebody might want, you know, very transparent sort of sound without any sort of equalization, but I think that you need something that's going to translate across to a sort of more active kind of use case, I suppose. So that'll be my choice, I think. Now, I shan't lose touch with the common peasants, Richard. I certainly won't be doing that. I want to try and keep the Patreon to a very, very workable sort of amount. So it gives people something a little bit extra that I can also make available down the line, but perhaps giving people some, like additional stuff, some little perks here and there. I don't want to expand it out too much like that, but certainly perhaps improving the community aspect of things. perhaps adding in some extra little tidbits here and there, some extra images and some sort of blog type stuff as well. Robin sounds like he's keen on that. Awesome, Robin. I do appreciate that. I know you've been watching for a long time, and it really is appreciated. Guys, I hope you've managed to grab those Liberate Nitros. Darren's going to check out the Rocket X's there. It's been a fun live stream today, guys. Look out this week for lots of stuff going on. I think there's about 2 or 3 shoes turning up. So I'll maybe do some unboxings. Maybe I'll even be able to run in some of them. You never know. You never know. It'll be like the most exciting like 5k 3-mile run ever. Like the first one, I'll just be so over the moon to do it. Hopefully I won't fall over and injure myself further. That wouldn't be good. Do take care this week, guys. And yeah, look out for the videos. Will be coming back. I think we've got something scheduled up for tomorrow already, so do look out for that one later in the eve. Thanks for tuning in, guys. My name's EDDBUD, and I'll be seeing you.